All right, so Earth Abides. Um, Episode 1 through 3 we have so far. I know I'm a little late to the game, but hey, I like to watch this show in groups. I'm enjoying the show so far. It's got a slow start. We're introduced to Alexander. I know some of his work. Great actor. So we just saw him getting bit by a rattlesnake. Got in a little trouble. I can tell he has some training. He sucks the poison out best as he can, and he lumbers off to this cabin in the woods, and that's where we'll pick up. So, super cool scene there. Very trippy. He's going in and out of consciousness. There was, he had his hand up. It was super swollen, gross looking, and he survived the bite. Which is possible from what I hear, especially if you're a rugged person like that. Um, Throughout the middle of the night, he was actually in the cabin for days, in and out. He got some water, fell to the ground just to hydrate himself. I believe the town or city went into lockdown, and I believe police actually came to the cabin. It was locked. They thought no one was there, and they actually left. And the city just went into panic mode.
Oh my god.
All right, so I know this is going to sound cliche, but that's just me. This show is giving me the essence or the flavor of The Walking Dead. The only reason I say that, when The Walking Dead first aired years ago, I used to love it. Walking Dead was, me and my coworkers would always talk about it. Now, Walking Dead has so many spin-offs and franchises for The Walking Dead, such and such and such, and this and that. I got bored with it. But this is starting off right. I like what I'm seeing. It's a lot of similarities, just how Rick started off by himself, didn't not oriented, alone. I like what I'm seeing so far, so keep it up. This was just a heartbreaking scene. Quite often in shows like this that are similar, um, you never see people actually go home or go to their families and friends just to check on their well-being. At least not what I've noticed. So this is a fictional show, but his actions are very real, and I couldn't imagine going to my parents' house, having having to face them, having to deal with that situation. It's just maddening. Okay, got another great scene. He just finished doing some shopping for his essentials. Something else, he had to go inside that grocery store. A lot of dead bodies. A lot of people wouldn't be able to deal with that. Could I deal with it? If I had to, I probably would. But yeah, he's got all of his essentials, toiletries, canned goods. Good job. This was just a fun scene, seeing all of the slot games. I got a good friend of mine who's a huge gambler, plays slot machines, but doesn't watch this show. I mentioned the scene about relevant slot games, and he started watching, which is just so funny. But in this scene, he's wandering around. You see the casino was a ghost town. There's nobody in there, but yet all the lights are still on, and you would think the power would go out at some point, but
A
maybe
naked
not.
body
I
is
don't know.
nothing to apologize for.
Okay, in the clip we just saw, Alexander, he meets up with the first living couple, but not really a couple, the first living people since being back on his feet. And it's been a few weeks, I believe. This couple, they've been living at the casino together. They're content on how the earth is now, and I believe they're gonna kill themselves. And Alexander, he's not on board with that. I believe the woman made an offer to have sex and just live her life till her final days. just a strange couple. I didn't know how to peg them, but I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of people out there like that. They weren't trying to harm them. They just ate together, and that was pretty much it from what I recall. And the reason he's shirtless because he was just taking a shower. He thought he was by himself, and they walked up on him. The scene that just passed, we didn't miss much. It was just the sound of a gunshot, the couple murdering themselves as Alexander walks off. Obviously, he wasn't going to stay because the couple were kind of nuts, but I can't even call them nuts in lieu of the situation. I don't I don't know how I would react, so I can't call them nuts.
How fucking lucky are you?
Okay, I thought this was just a noteworthy, cute scene. He made his first real friend in this new and confusing world, the apocalypse. And his best friend right now is a dog, which is so cool.
The wind blows to the south and turns.
Okay, so in that clip we just saw, there was a bit of a time jump. And what I've noticed in this show, there are huge time jumps, and I'm guessing just it's the start of the show, so they have to do those time jumps. But he's getting kind of bored. He's getting frustrated, not being able to communicate with anyone, still processing losing his parents. I couldn't imagine. So he's going mad. All right, and there you have it. After episode 1, we see the mysterious smoke up the street coming from a chimney. And that's when we're introduced to Jessica, aka Emma. I believe that's how we pronounce her name. They get together really quick. I can't even say quickly because there's those time jumps. She gets pregnant and they have children together and they seem to get along. She's a bit cold at first, but they have children together, much like Rick and Michonne. They just give me that Rick and Michonne vibe, but not really. All right, so let me apologize for this blurry image. But at the start of episode 3, we meet a whole new cast, a whole new set of characters. I don't remember everyone's names, but I believe we have Gene. I can't remember the guy's name, but it was like 3 of them, and they had a child. They were like drifters. Emma, she put up a sign. It had to have been like months ago or a year ago, letting drifters know that, listen, we're here, which is probably not a good idea, but she's more accepting than Alexander. I don't know what to make of this group. They are a couple, all 3 of them. That doesn't mean anything, but you got to be cautious in the apocalypse. I believe Jean is on drugs. She's a musician. She sings great and can play the guitar. But we shall see. I'm really liking what I see. Let me know down in the comments how you like this review and how you like the show. Later.